What's up, everybody? This is Phil Rogacki.
And I'm Jared Abergina.
You're listening to Two Tree Guys Podcast.
Mic drop. Time for the mic drop.
What's up, everybody? Phil Rogacki here with Two Tree Guy Podcast, bringing you the Mic Drop series with the Vulcanator, Mike Vulcan.
Mike Vulcan.
What's up, buddy? What's
Doing
up?
well.
What's up, man?
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, another episode here with Mic Drop. I look forward to these all the time, man. These are good. And the funny thing is, everybody is online. We're thinking we're teaching and training them when I'm learning a bunch of this stuff right now and taking a lot of notes as you're going through this. So
Good. I'm
I'm excited about this episode. This episode you're going to be bringing with us today is how to become a leader at work. How to become a leader at work for that. And that's a key.
Important.
No matter what position you're in. It's not a manager's position, but every single person becoming a leader at work. And how do you do that? Where do you begin with that? Now, why did you want to bring this episode to us today? Why is this important?
It's important for no matter what position you're in. If you have career goals, it's important. I took leadership courses. I spent 8 years in the Army. I took leadership courses in the military.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you. I've taken leadership courses, been to leadership conferences, in the business world. So my whole life, my whole career, working life, I've been exposed to leadership on the job and leadership training. And it's really, to be honest with you, it's not rocket science, but it is something you have to work on. Like these tips I'm going to tell you today aren't really out of the realm of anybody's intellect, right? But if you're aware of them, you can really change your career and change your company.
Good.
Being a leader.
Good.
So I'm going to throw about, 7 or 8 tips on leadership, and we'll just you tell me what's good and what's not good. Maybe you disagree with some of these things. They're open for discussion.
And guys, if you get something out of this show and you enjoyed it, if you want to send money, you can send money, but we don't ask for money. Okay? Share it today. Share it with a friend. Share it with a loved one. Share it with somebody in a leadership position that might need a little boost or a little encouragement out there to do. To keep doing the job that they're doing here. Being a leader is not easy in many ways here, but share it. That's all we ask. And if you don't like it and you thought it sucked, send Mike an email and tell him that, but don't share it then, please, for that. So let's get into this about being a leader at work.
The first step, the easy one, is focus on yourself. So many people think that leadership is about other people, but it really starts within yourself. So think about your goals and what skills you're lacking. So, for example, if you aren't that good of a communicator, if you don't like collaborating with others, maybe don't make it a goal to be a manager or a director, because you're going to be doing a lot of both of those. So focus on yourself and really understand yourself. A lot of people stumble on questions about themselves because we're going so fast in the society today, and we just don't have a time to reflect. So that's where meditation is important. I don't know if you meditate. I meditate every day. Even if it's just 15 minutes, have time to self-reflect and slow down and just focus on yourself to understand really who you are and where you want to go.
When I first heard that, I thought it was a bunch of bullshit.
Me too.
And I thought you were just a little girl. Okay, no offense to girls out there, but you're just a little girl.
I know.
Who the heck meditates and self-reflects? It sounds stupid. But that was immaturity in me. And as time went on, and I read a lot of books and entrepreneurs, and how do these people dominate their market? How do these people become such great leaders? And reading books was one of the things. Having someone, surrounding yourself with people that are better than yourself to teach you.
Leaders are readers. That's a common phrase. Leaders are readers.
And meditating. Sitting down, reflecting, taking the time to focus on you. And then thirdly was exercise, exercising and take care of your body. Those were the 3 things that I got. Reading books, investing in yourself, in, intellect. 2, meditation. And 3 was exercising and eating healthy.
So important. We should do a whole mic drop just on meditation and creative visualization, because that alone would change your life, anybody's life.
And we
if
could
they're
do a
not
whole
doing
episode where for 15 minutes we'll just close our eyes and we'll meditate.
Well, I don't know if that'll make a good podcast. But yeah, that's a good point, though. So we're talking about how to become a leader at work. Let's transition into the next one. Other than focus on yourself, another one is add value. So look at your company holistically on a whole, not just within your position or your department, but is your company lacking employees that, let's say, don't have a certain certification? Then go ahead and get it. Even if it's not in your wheelhouse, go ahead and get it. Make yourself more valuable to your company. Are you good with a software program? Maybe you're excellent with Excel or PowerPoint and no one else is. Like, volunteer that information so other people know that. Don't keep your talents hidden, especially if you love it. Like, I like doing Photoshop, and I will edit an image, and I mean, it's like a little zen part of my day. I certainly don't want to make it most of my day, but I let people know, like, hey, throw me that image, I'll fix it up. I'm probably not the best at it, but I'll get the job done, and I'll let people know that maybe Photoshop isn't my job, but I'll do it. If you guys have something. Another tip would be work on your emotional fitness. It's easy to get frustrated at work. It's easy to have a negative, effect on the culture of your job by the way you say things or perceive things. So be creative, be humorous, be curious, especially around stressful situations, and just understand, it's a job. Don't take your work home from you. Some people take job so seriously. I mean, it's important. It's a large part of your day. You spend more time with your coworkers than you do with your own family. We're working 40 hours a week. So work on your emotional fitness and keep your emotion in check. And going back to meditation, like, even 15 minutes a day will change your life in terms of your emotional fitness.
And with that work, I started looking at it. A lot of times I'll work to 8, 9 o'clock and work. There's days that you have to do that, but at the end of the day, the work will be there tomorrow.
I know.
And you'll have just as much as you did the day before.
Yeah, and you'll be surprised at how much work, quote unquote, deadlines are really just artificial. They're your own goals or your boss's goals to get something done. But don't break yourself or your health to get something done at 11 o'clock at night. You're going to burn yourself out.
A lot of times of that is you're just not organized. You're not organized. You're not efficient. You're not scheduling your time. And that 8 hours of you working, I guarantee if somebody followed you around the day, they would look, and most people, they'd find that you're only working about 3 hours. And the other 5 are just, I don't know, little tasks here and there and little bullshit stuff that you shouldn't have to do. But if you can schedule your day and you can make it efficient, you're going to put what normally would take you 3 days, you're going to put it in about 8 hours and getting that done.
That's right. Absolutely. And, talking about working out too. I mean, if I don't work out, then I get antsy, I get frustrated. Like, I work out first thing in the morning. That's my flow state. 6 a.m. I'm working out. That just sets my whole day, my whole mood properly. So
good.
I know you're a morning workout person too. So that's your emotional fitness is also tied to your physical fitness. Yeah.
Because when I go into work and I sit at that desk, I want to get all my stuff done for me in the beginning. So when I'm ready to go, it's go time.
Yeah.
Let's do this. It's not me coming in. Let me grab my coffee. Let me read my book. Let me get warmed up for the day. And 2 hours is already wasted of me bullshitting with everybody. Then to start work, and it's lunchtime, and I got to take lunch. I want to hit the ground running. So let me spend the time. Let me get up early, which a lot of these great leaders and entrepreneurs, they get up early. They start their day at 4:30, 5:30 in the morning to get that part for themselves out so they could dive into their work. And then after that work, they have time for their family and stuff to continue to keep working on themselves.
Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all the leaders that are so iconic in our generation, all are get up early guys because they know the 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. is the quietest part of the day, but also the most productive, right? Exactly. Any leader will tell you that. Another tip to how to become a great leader is to work on your work brand. Everybody thinks about company brands, but you have a work brand. Everybody has a work brand. What are you known for at work, right? So you introduced me as a Vulcanator. People know me as a Vulcanator. I'm the get shit done guy. I'm the guy that's going to execute a project or a task, and you're going to know it's going to get done. I'm going to find my target. I'm going to get it done. That's my brand. Are you the complainer guy? Are you the whiner guy or girl? I don't know, whoever. I'm not being sexist here. Just what is your brand? Because whether you develop it and steer it the way you want it to, and people are going to perceive you as a brand. You're going to be Phil the complainer guy or Phil the awesome leader guy. Like, focus on what you want to do, and then just having that definition of what your work brand is everything you say, your actions, nonverbal and verbal, are going to form as a result of you knowing what direction you want to go, take your brand in.
And you can change your brand too.
You can.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, you might have the brand as the whiner, complainer, nothing's ever going to work, poor me person, but you can change that. You can change that, and you can change it quick. And it doesn't take years. You literally, that week, don't be that person. And all of a sudden, people go, wow, they changed something. And then they forget about it. And then now you're the positive, motivating, loving, hugging type of person.
Here's an example. It's not related to the corporate world, but I had a buddy in high school who was shy as anything, but he moved high schools. And he came into the high school that I was at, and he was outgoing. He was a popular kid, and he was showing me pictures of what it was like with him the freshman and sophomore year. He came into my high school junior year. Totally different. I thought I was a different person. And I'm like, what'd you do? He's like, well, I was known as the shy kid, and I didn't want to be known. Changing schools was the perfect opportunity for me to change my brand, and he just did it. And he was like, he just formed his life the way he wanted to because he knew what his brand wanted to be.
That's good.
So,
Good.
So work on your work brand. How to become a great leader at work. Adopt a growth mindset. So use self-awareness and insight to consistently challenge yourself to grow. So you should view criticisms and setbacks not as catastrophic roadblocks, but as a way to improve yourself and the situation. Again, going back to don't take work so seriously. Everything isn't going to go your way all the time. Everybody doesn't think you're a rock star. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes. It's perfectly fine. But understanding when those mistakes happen and then growing and learning from them, then that's how you really become a great leader is, listen, I don't know in my lifetime when a president of the United States has gotten more than like an 80% approval rating. Like people are going to hate you no matter what decision you make because people are either Republican or Democrat.
Yeah.
They pick a team. That's just the way what Americans do,
Yeah.
or a lot of people really. They just pick a team. They think they have to be on one side or the other. So 50% of your decisions are going to be crap to 50% of the people, right? So adopt a growth mindset, learn from the decisions you make, and hear the people that are you're leading.
Exactly. Unless you're Joe Biden, then it's like 80%.
Well, that might be another topic for another show.
I'm just kidding.
So-
all you Joe Biden fans out there, I'm sorry.
All the Democrats just dropped
Yeah,
out.
I know. They just dropped us. But no, it is. I think it's the Democrats, too. I think only 20% of them actually want him back as president. So 27%.
Is that the latest?
Yeah,
all right.
but-
Well,
all right.
talking about how to be a great leader at work, support others. So it's very important. You've heard this phrase silo a lot. A lot of people come to work and they sit in their cubicle or office and they get focused on their own computer screen, their own work, and everybody else is doing their own job and everybody works in a silo. That doesn't really make for great companies. These companies that explode onto the scene so fast, the Amazons, the Ubers of the world, like these guys know how to make their employees not work in a silo. So make sure that you are supporting others. If you have the capacity to do something that somebody else needs, be a team member, and even if it takes time away from you, get that done for that other person, even if they're not in your right department.
Yeah.
So,
And I know somebody that said something recently to a group in a meeting, said this, and it stuck with me. And I'm slowly trying to change and focus on that more. But Mr. Bob Lehman,
Our producer?
The maestro, what was the one thing you said you start your day off every morning? What do you try to do?
I always start my day by taking a look at my inbox and seeing who needs to be helped, and then I take care of those people first.
Yeah, and that stuck in my mind, and coming in, sometimes I don't do it. Sometimes I just got to dive in and clean up. I try to do my worst first, and it's normally not the people that need help, on these big projects that we have going on. And I know there's a few emails right now that even though I brought Bob on to say that, there's a few that he needs help with that I haven't got to yet because I don't know how to exactly tackle it. Yeah. But it's important. Help your team out first. Start your day with that, try that out and get that done so your team can continue moving on. And they're going to do it for you when you need it done.
With that said, moving on, it kind of piggybacks on what we're talking about is think strategically. To be a great leader, it doesn't mean you have to do more with less. It doesn't mean you have to work harder or even faster, but it means to be goal-oriented. Like everything has a goal. And just because you set yearly goals at work or even quarterly goals or monthly goals, everything should have a goal attached to it. Like when I wake up for the day, I have a goal. Like my goal today was to get these podcasts done, right? Is to like knock out the podcast, make sure it gets done and gets done right. So that was my goal for the day. Now I could go home and know that I got my goal done, and stop at nothing to get it done. Like if it's 3:00 in the afternoon, you haven't even started your goal yet, you got to think strategically. Everything has to have a goal assigned to it. And it doesn't have to be work related. It can be personal related too. Be sure to pick up your dry cleaning. It's been sitting at the dry cleaners for 2 weeks. Like, that's your goal for the day. Make sure it gets done. If you have a goal, you're more than likely to get something done. So you're always becoming better than yesterday.
And that's where, you go back to when you talk about you work out in the morning, you meditate in the morning, you may read in the morning. This is the time where you either write down all your goals for the day, or you may have wrote them down the night before of what you want to accomplish for that day. What are the 3 main tasks you want to do, and what are the 3 tasks you have to get done and the 10 tasks you'd like to get done, to set those as goals. But having that list down, you'll be surprised how fast you can get through those in the time. And setting a time, like, I'm going to get these done in an hour and a half of what normally would take you an entire day. You get them done in an hour and a half. All of a sudden you start looking at, like, what the F do I do with all my time?
Yeah.
I've got everything done in 2 hours.
amazing.
I focused on that. Elon Musk says, take your 10-year goals and try to get them done in a year. Are you going to get them done in a year, your 10-year goals? Probably not, but you're going to be way farther ahead than you were if you set that goal for 10 years.
That's right.
Take your goals, schedule them in the morning, and try to get them done within the first few hours of your day, and you'd be surprised. Now, will you get them done? Maybe not, but you're way farther ahead by not saying, or then saying, I'm going to have them done in 10 hours.
Yeah. You know what? There's a law, I think it's called Parkinson's law or something, but time fills itself. So if you don't have a goal for the day, you're going to find that the day's over really fast, and you're like, what did I do today? Like, is it just another day? I'm like,
how many times have I said that?
I know. Yeah.
What the hell did you do today?
Same with working out. I mean, it's like, I see the same people in the gym year after year. They don't look any different.
Yeah.
They do what I call zombie workouts because they don't have a goal. They're not trying to reach a certain weight or do whatever on,
going through the motions.
10 push-ups, right? They're just going through the motions. They're there because they're there, and that's their goal was to get there, but they didn't have the right goal, right? So always make goals, and that kind of dovetails into this next one, is to be innovative. So to be a great leader, you have to be innovative. I don't care if you're working for a Silicon Valley startup or you deliver pizzas. Like, there's always an opportunity to be innovative at work. Contribute ideas to increase productivity or efficiency or improve safety. That's what the academy is all about, is improving safety. Like, if you're innovative, even like revenue, for example, if you're innovative, you can always help yourself and the people that you work with and your company as a result. And the great thing about innovation is anyone can participate, from the CEO to the secretary to the contractor freelancer who works for you part-time. They all have innovative ideas. It's just a matter of making sure that they have a place to be fostered at your workplace. So that's important.
And I encourage that so much, because I'm only good at so much. And Bob's only good at so much, and you're only good at so much. But when we're all innovative as a team, there's little ideas that you have that's going to help me out on my project or my part, or improve the industry or improve the company. Don't hold that stuff. Even if you might think it's a stupid idea. I always say no idea is a stupid idea until you do it, and then you find out it's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
So even though how dumb it may sound or out of this world, it's an idea, and it's an idea that might bring innovation to a team, might help out a team, or it might spark up another idea with somebody to go, hey, I see what you're saying, but if we did it this way, I think we could launch it better. And you go, that is a better way. And now we're innovating as a team together. But I needed your stupid idea to make an okay idea, to Bob making it an amazing idea, to be able to have it for our team.
You never know where these ideas are going to go. So always throw out the ideas. It's better to have what you might perceive as a stupid idea turn out to be something great. So it might be better that way. But nonetheless, this last one doesn't need any explanation on how to become a great leader at work, is surround yourself with greatness. Before I came here, I was working out of my house, sole entrepreneur, sole consultant, and I didn't really have anyone to surround myself with. So I surrounded myself with books, with the greatness of Seth Godin, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Any book that I can get a hold of from a great writer or leader, that would be who I would surround myself with. But always make sure that you surround yourself with, maybe you join a meetup.com group, maybe you'll join a Facebook group. Make sure that you're always surrounding yourself, because I think there's a saying, maybe I'm wrong, but it's a top 5 people. You are the sum or the average of the top 5 people you hang around with the most, or something like that. I don't know if you've heard that, but it's very, very true. So if you hang around people who are negative, oh, don't start this business, or don't do that because of that, then guess what? You're going to adopt. You're going to adopt that same mindset. So if you're going to adopt a bunch of people around you that are the wind beneath your wings, so to speak, motivational and tell you to go for it. And if you fail, then you fail. But those are the type of people that will bring you up, and you're constantly bettering yourself. So always surround yourself with greatness. So think right now, if you don't have an action item from this podcast, who's your greatness that you're surrounding yourself with?
Exactly. Tony Robbins said, I hang out with billionaires because I want to be a billionaire. I don't hang out with millionaires.
That's right.
So if you want to be better at what you do, hang out with the best.
That's right.
I mean, Jared Abergina, one of the best tree climbers, and it's incredible the people that surround themselves with him and bring him in and hang out with him and learn from him. You watch their skills improve 10 times faster than other individuals they hang out with, from there. So find somebody that's better than you at what you do and start hanging out with them and learn from them, because you're only going to go up from there.
That's right. I'm a tennis player. I used to play with the same people over and over again, and I was the best one in my little group. And eventually I said, you know what? I want to start playing with some people that can kick my butt and make me, realize how terrible I am at tennis. And I did that, and my ego took a real big hit. But guess what? I'm 10 times better of a player than I was when I was, playing those where I was the best in the group, right? So now I routinely get my butt kicked at tennis, and I love it because I know I'm surrounding myself with greatness,
Oh, man. So listen, guys, Mike, that was great.
Cool.
How to become a leader at work. There were some great points there. Listen to this episode again and again and again, and try to implement some of these things in your life. And a lot of times when we hear these, read a book, or we hear these podcast or motivational talks and everything like that, I know for myself, I in my mind, I think I have to adapt every single thing that they taught. If there's anything you do, just take away one thing and implement it in your life tomorrow. One thing, that's it. Don't try to do all 10 things. Just try to do one thing. You're going to start off and you're going to meditate every single day. You're going to do your fitness every single day. You're going to surround yourself with greatness every single day. You're going to work on your emotional fitness every single day. But just take one, do it tomorrow, and make yourself a better person and a better leader for the people around you that's surrounded. So if you love the podcast, guys, always thankful for you guys listening. Share it, post it out there, and stay tuned for the next mic drop. We're out. See ya.
Thank you.